Hi, my name is Bertie and I'm a transformational coach. I help people to live a passionate, purposeful and therefore deserved life. Today I want to share with you another one of my stories that's close to my heart, which relate to my personal life, but that I also see around us more and more even today. And it's about bullying. Now, bullying traditionally was referring to young people, kids, mostly happened to primary schools, the formative years, where some of the bullying just happened and related to physical appearances and exits. Now it's become much more emotional, and we can go into terrible stories about the use of social media and what can be done and how and what the impact of that can be. So it is a troublesome and worrying, and now we even have bullying in the workplace, labeled as different things. They have different words associated with it. By the end of the day, it comes down to bullying one party, bullying somebody else. And I think a lot of psychologists try to work out, where does it come from? Why do we have that? As far as I'm concerned, it's all about identity. It's all about my identity. Do I understand who I am, what I do? Do I really understand myself? Or am I troubled by other people around me that's either better, bigger, stronger, wiser, more successful, whatever reason it may be, they got something that I actually desire, and therefore I despise them for it. And I will make certain that they will hate being different from me. And it's not a matter that I'm saying I'm perfect. Because the problem that we have with identity is that I understand my imperfections. But what I don't understand is that God, my God, made sure that I'm born unique and gifted with a unique set of gifts, and say, go out the world to make a difference. It's critical that I understand that, but often we don't understand that because we see other people all the time and then we see ourselves. We don't spend time in the mirror. Once again, we see it on other people. So I desire what other people has got, and I define that as being perfect. I've got curly hair, I want straight hair. I've got blue eyes, I want brown eyes. I want muscles, I want lean because I want to be athlete. And I've got all these reasons, and I can dot it down and I can find answers for everything of them. So I'm struggling with my own identity. And my identity is part of my own defined personality that I'm born with, which is my values. So things go wrong. I therefore hate other people because of my jealousy of other people's success, whatever the case may be. And I start bullying because I have to enforce whatever I believe I stand for and I've got an edge with, I enforce on other people. And we know this. Terrible stories, once again, of people, kids, and even grown-ups that just simply had enough and take their own lives. And once again, take their own lives because they got nobody else to support or to turn to help them through this. And often we can see that. And we're making mistakes because we make it off as it's nothing. It's nothing. Because from our perspective, sometimes as a parent or sometimes as an employer, I mean, as an HR manager, I had cases to deal with an organization of bullying. There's no other term that you can say, that you can put to it. Bullying in the workplace. Not from just colleagues, but even from management, from supervisory people, defined by bullying. I too lived through bullying in my own life, and I never understood that. Because I was a late developer. I was always the smallest in my class. I ran away from home to school. So eventually my parents just said, stay there. Don't come home. So I was basically too young to go to school. I was 5 years old. But I didn't want to sit at home do nothing. So if my brother came from school, I would do his homework, because I had to do something. So eventually they left me in his class at school. But nothing wrong with that. I loved every minute, and I'll do it again. But I was always the smallest in my class. So I was always a victim. Now, I got a short temper. So I tried to fight myself out of it. But it's very difficult. I would never recommend that's the answer. Because for me, I mean, I was so small that I had to jump up to reach the bully's face, to hit him with a fist there. Can you imagine that? You got no chance. And I'm not reflecting on that and saying how bad it was and how it impacted on me. Well, I can say, honestly, sincerely, it made me a stronger person, because I had to make certain I get wiser, I get smarter, I get fitter, I get stronger, because then I can handle that. Because intuitively I understood it is the problem with the bully. His own self-image and his self-belief of who and what he or she is that is causing this. So let me just relate a story inside his own story. I did some leadership programs for school, for kids, and I saw this whole matter of bullying and the impact of groups in school systems, where I get the kids, and what I try to do is to break up groups when I allocate sleeping quarters and access to the working tables. Not many times, I often wasn't successful with that. But what I was successful is to teach over the 3-4 days every single individual their uniqueness, understand and appreciate it for that. And invariably at the end of the 3-4 days, those groups that came in there was broken. Because the kids start realizing who they're following and why, and how great they really are, and how poor and weak the bully or the so-called group leader was. Because we don't know that until somebody tells us that. And if you don't share with people that you are bullied, whatever form it is, and if you try to fight it on your own, you will not be successful. You need help with that, because the first thing that you need to realize is who you are. Because the moment you start to understand who I am, that I am enough, that I'm actually phenomenal, and that I don't need that, then you understand why that's happening. The immaturity on the other party that get transformed and transferred, or in an attempt transferred onto you. So to me, this whole concept of bullying is so critically important, because it is too big to ignore. And the problem is the people on the other side, like a teacher, and I was a teacher myself too, I understand that. We too don't understand how to handle that. Because you need to manage and assist the victim and the victor. You need to help both of those parties, because that's actually an outcry from the bully. Please help me. I'm insecure in my own skin. It's the only way he or she can handle this is to be bad to other people. So they will need to help, because they grow up to be incomplete, emotionally insecure, and they go through life like that. And the bully end up with bully kids. So you need to stop it somewhere. So you need to help him, and you need also to help the person that's being bullied. So that's critically important. So I just want to share that and saying it happened to many of us in different forms. How you relate to it, only one answer. And the whole brain thinking and the whole brain profiling helps you to understand, why do I do what I do the way I do it? And therefore, why does the bully do what he or she does the way they do it? Can I understand that? Because that, you know, sometimes it happens that people reach out, the peasant bully reach out with the right equipment, tool set they were given to manage this relationship. Is it easy? Certainly not. Okay? But years later I met these people, and you look back in life, you're saying, it toughened me up. What happened to me toughened me up. Because I refused to accept it, that it will change me. I didn't know necessarily how to do it, but fortunately I found a way not to be put in a situation where I changed to try to fit in. I didn't want to fit in because other people are trying to box me into something that I don't want to be. So I wish for you, if you're in this situation, please reach out. Please reach out. Don't try and manage this on your own. Doesn't matter how strong you are. I should have done that same. Reached out to people and it would have stopped much quicker, because it continued throughout my school life. But I came out the better. But I will ask you, just meet somebody, get somebody, talk to somebody, talk to your parents. If you can't speak to your parents, speak to somebody else. Don't allow other people to bully you. If you're in a relationship, you're married, it's not a matter of if, get out. It's when. You don't deserve that. You are much better than that. Don't allow other people to make you look and feel if you are the guilty party in this relationship. Just get out, walk out. Life is too short. Thanks for watching. I hope you understand that's one of these crucial and critical things that we go through in life, and we don't deserve it, and we don't need to continue with it. Please do follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and see you on the other side in the next video.